Good morning, cadets. Today let us solve some numerical problems. Okay, I have already written the numerical problem, just read it. An electric technician requires a capacitance of 2 microfarad in a circuit across a potential difference of 1 kilovolt. In a circuit, an electric technician requires a capacitance of 2 microfarad. He has got large number of capacitors, each of capacitance 1 microfarad, and the potential difference of the supply is 1000 volt. 1 kilovolt means 1000 volt. A large number of 1 microfarad capacitors are available to him, each of which can withstand a potential difference of not more than 400 volt. Maximum potential difference that each capacitor can withstand is 400 volt and each of 1 microfarad capacitance. If this is the given condition, suggest a possible arrangement that requires minimum number of capacitors to get effective capacitance 2 microfarad. I think you got the point. There is a collection of 1 microfarad capacitors, large in number, okay. Each can withstand a potential difference up to 400 volts, maximum 400 volt. More than that, the breakdown takes place, right? So, if that is the condition for a circuit across which a potential difference of 1000 volt is applied, we need a total capacitance of 2 microfarad. Suggest a possible method of combination of such capacitors. Okay. Now let us look at it. Solution: maximum voltage or maximum potential difference that the given capacitor, the maximum voltage that the given capacitor can withstand is equal to 400 volt, right? So, if we take 3 capacitors in a row, then it becomes 1200 volt. So, 3 capacitors if I take in a row, then each row will be having a total supply of about 1200 volts. So, the given battery is of 1000 volts. So, each can withstand 400. So, there is no problem here. It can be totally 1200. So, 1000 volt can be very easily adaptable for these capacitors. So, each will be having a voltage less than 400, round about 334. So, one possible way is to have the capacitors with each row consisting of 3 capacitors in each row, and such, let us say there are n number of such rows. Consider n number of such rows, 1, 2, 3. These are the rows, right? And in each row we have to take 3 capacitors. since the maximum capacitance, maximum voltage that each capacitor can withstand is 400 volt. So each row can have 3 capacitors in series, so that the voltage across each capacitor will be less than 400, so that potential difference or voltage across each capacitor will be less than 400 volts, will be less than 400 volts. So with that we can now consider n such rows. So I have just shown here dotted lines, means you can assume that there are many such rows in between. So let n be the number of such rows connected in parallel, number of such rows taken in parallel, so that potential difference across each row will be 1000 volts itself. Whatever potential difference is there across this branch will be same as potential difference across this branch, and will be same as potential difference across any branch and potential difference across the nth branch. So the potential difference across each branch, each row will be 1000 volt, since they are connected in parallel. So now we can calculate what is the equivalent capacitance of each row. Let there be n number of such rows. Then first I will write total number of capacitors, taken equal to total number of capacitors taken. Each row is having 3 into n such rows. So total number of capacitors taken is equal to 3 into n, because we have taken n number of such rows, and each one is having 3 capacitors. Therefore total number of capacitors becomes 3 into n. Now we will find out n, right? Before that, what is the equivalent capacitance of each row? We will find out equivalent or effective capacitance of each row consisting of 3 capacitors in series. So this I will write it as 1 by C dash, since they are in series. 1 by C dash is equal to 1 by C plus 1 by C plus 1 by C. So it becomes 3 by C. Therefore C dash is equal to C by 3. Here C, capacitance of each capacitor is given. It is given 1 microfarad. So it becomes 1 by 3 microfarad. Therefore it becomes 1 by 3 microfarad. So capacitance of each row we got it as 1/3 of microfarad. This is 1 microfarad and this is 1 microfarad, and all are identical, right? Microfarads each. Now we got the equivalent capacitance of each row. Therefore what is the equivalent capacitance of such n rows which are in parallel? So it becomes C dash plus C dash plus C dash plus and so on up to n times. So it becomes NC dash. So now I will write, therefore effective capacitance, equivalent or effective capacitance of n rows in parallel, n rows in parallel, it becomes, see, when they are in parallel, I will write now the effective capacitance as C effective. C effective is equal to C dash. Now it is going to be C dash plus C dash plus C dash plus C dash up to n times. C dash plus C dash plus C dash plus and so on n times. So total effective capacitance becomes 1 plus 2 plus 3, that is 3, 4, and it is n times C dash. Therefore it becomes n times C dash. So that is the effective capacitance. What is the effective capacitance? Already it is given, 2 microfarad is the effective capacitance. So just substitute effective capacitance is equal to 2 microfarad and C dash we got it as 1 by 3 microfarad. So we will be able to get the value of n. Value of n can be obtained. So finally we got C effective is equal to n times C dash. C dash, where C dash we got it as 1 by 3 microfarad, 1/3 of microfarad. Just substitute here. Therefore, when you just substitute here, value of C effective. C effective is required value of capacitor of capacitance 2 microfarad. Therefore, just substitute. Therefore, 2 microfarad is equal to n times 1 by 3 microfarad. So microfarad cancels microfarad. Therefore, n is equal to 3 into 2, 6. It means there are n such rows. That is 6 rows. 6 rows. Each row has 3 capacitors. Therefore, total number of capacitors required. Total number of such capacitors required is equal to 3 into n, where n is the number of rows and 3 is the number of capacitors required in each row. Therefore, 3 into 6, it becomes 18 such capacitors are required. So, totally it requires 18 capacitors with 3 capacitors in each row, and there are such 6 rows taken in parallel. So that if you calculate the effective capacitance, finally we get 2 microfarad. I think the problem is clear. Now let us solve one more interesting problem. Now this is a second problem, you can see here. Second problem. Obtain the equivalent capacitance of the network. This is the network given. Obtain the equivalent capacitance. There are 4 capacitors, C1, C2, C3, right? And one more, C4, 100 microfarad, 100, 200, 200, and this is 100 microfarad. Determine the charge for a supply of 300 volt. You see, there is a battery connected between these two terminals. Positive terminal is connected here and negative terminal is connected here. For a supply of battery 300 volt, determine the charge and voltage across each capacitor. What is the charge and voltage across each capacitor? When such numerical problem is given, first we need to draw an equivalent circuit diagram which is convenient to apply the rules of combination and rules of combinations, whether it is series combination or parallel combination. So what I will do, I will take this branch and stretch it. So when you take this branch and stretch it, so the terminal here, this is totally at left extreme end and this becomes negative terminal. This is connected to C4. You can see here, this is C4 of 100 microfarad capacitance. And you see the remaining is this branch. This branch I am just showing it. You can see here C2, C3, this is C2, this is C3, and here across C2, C3, C1 is in parallel. C1 is in parallel. So this is C1, C2, C3. So this is how we can think of it, and this is positive terminal and this is negative terminal. You can just think that here it is connected to a battery, source of battery like this, right? This is how it is connected. Now you are asked to calculate what is voltage across each capacitor and what is the charge across each capacitor. Before that, we will find out what is equivalent capacitance. What is the equivalent capacitance of the capacitor? You can see here C1 is in parallel with C2 and C3 which are connected in series. It means C2 and C3 are in series. We will go step by step. First, we will look into this branch. C2 and C3 are in series. C1 is in parallel with C2, C3. So, first we will find out what is the equivalent capacitance of this C2, C3 which are in parallel. C2 and C3 which are in series. C2 and C3 are in series. So first I will find out what is C2, C3. C2, C3, I will call it as C2, 3. They are in series. So equivalent capacitance I want to calculate. So equivalent capacitance when they are in series, we know that it is 1 by C2, 3. I will take it as equivalent capacitance C2, 3 to represent this box which I am representing is equal to 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. You can see here what is C2? C2 is 200 microfarad. So 1 by 200 plus what is C3? This is also 200. 1 by 200. So thus I can write 1 by C2 3. 1 by C2 3 equal to 2 by 200 microfarad. So it becomes 1 by 100. Therefore, equivalent capacitance C23 becomes 100 microfarad. So this combination is now 100 microfarad, right? This C23 box is in parallel with C1. So I can find out what is that equivalent capacitance of this entire branch. Equivalent capacitance of this branch I will calculate. Now C1 is in parallel connection with C23 which I already found out. Therefore, equivalent capacitance or total capacitance of C1, C2 and C3. Total capacitance of C1 and C23 is equal to, since they are in parallel, therefore it becomes, let me call it as C dash. C dash is equal to C1 plus C23 because they are in parallel. Therefore, C1 is, you can see C1 is 100 and C23 is also 100. So it becomes 200 microfarad. Now this entire box which I have represented, it is C dash. Now this C dash and C4, they are in series. C dash and C4 are in series. So finally, total effective capacitance, total effective capacitance, total effective capacitance C, I am writing it as C is equal to, right, C dash, because it is C dash and C4, C dash and C4 are in series. So C dash C4 divided by C dash plus C4. How is this? C equal to C dash C4 divided by C dash plus C4, because here we know 1 by C equal to 1 by C dash plus 1 by C4. Simplify this. In the denominator it becomes C dash C4. In the denominator it becomes C dash C4, and in the numerator it becomes C dash plus C4. So we want reciprocal of this. Reciprocal of 1 by C becomes C. Therefore, C is equal to C dash C4 divided by C dash plus C4. So if you just substitute, what is C dash C4? C dash C4, you can see here, C dash is 200, C4, yes, C dash C4 is also 100, C4 is 100, 200 into 100 divided by 200 plus 100. So this becomes the final effective capacitance, total capacitance of this combination. So this I will write it as 200 into 100 by 300. 2 zeros cancel. So 200 by 3. 200 by 3 becomes 66.6. 66.6. Yes. 3 6 is 18. 2 remains. 2 6 is 18. 66.6 microfarad. So that becomes the effective capacitance of the capacitor. So here we have to remember C2, C3, this value, right? C dash 200 microfarad, and finally the total effective capacitance. Total effective capacitance is 200 by 3, that is 66.6 microfarad. Okay, this is first part. Obtain the equivalent capacitance of the network. Now let us calculate the second part, charge and voltage across each capacitor. Charge and voltage across each capacitor. Now look at this circuit diagram. We need to calculate what is the charge and voltage across each capacitor, right? Now look at this circuit diagram once again. This is the negative terminal of the battery and positive terminal of the battery connected across this given network. Now C4 and this entire box, which I have kept entire box. This entire box I have calculated as C dash. C4 and C dash, they are in series. C4 and C dash are in series. So I will write here, since this is second part, since C4 and C dash are in series, then potential difference across C4 and C dash can be calculated, right? Now then charge on C4 is equal to charge on C dash, because you see when the capacitors are in series, the charge on those capacitors will be same. Charge on C4 is same as the total charge on this combination, right? So what is charge on C4? I will write it as Q4. Q4 is equal to charge on C dash. Q4 is equal to, from the equation, C4 V4. Q4 is equal to C4 V4, which is also same as C dash V dash, where V4 is the potential difference across this capacitor. Let us take that as V4 across this terminal, and V dash is the potential difference across this entire box. V dash is the potential difference across this entire box. So V4 plus V dash is equal to this network of 300 volts. V dash plus V4 is equal to 300 volts, right? So C4 V4 is equal to C dash V dash, so that charge remains same. Now C4 value we know, C dash value we know, so we can calculate what is V4 and V dash. Therefore C4 by C dash is equal to V dash by V4. V dash by V4. What is C4? C4 is 100 microfarad. And what is C dash? C dash we got it as 200 microfarad. So 2 zeros cancel, so it becomes 1 by 2. So V dash by V4 is equal to 1 by 2. Therefore V dash is equal to 2 times V4. V dash is equal to 2 times V4. But look at the circuit diagram. V4 plus V dash is equal to 300. But V4 plus V dash total supply is 300. Right? 300 volt. So substitute the value of V dash. V dash is equal to 2V4. Therefore V4 plus 2V4 becomes 3V4. 3V4 is equal to 300. Therefore, what is V4? This implies V4 is therefore equal to, I am writing here, V4 is therefore equal to 300 by 3, that is 100 volt. So when V4 is 100 volt, then V dash becomes, V4 is 100 volt, V dash becomes 200 volt, 2 into V4. Therefore, V dash becomes 200 volt. So now we got the potential difference across this C4, that is V4 is 100 volt, and the entire potential difference across this block as 200 volt. Now we can calculate what is the charge on this. So charge Q4, therefore charge Q4 on the capacitor, charge Q4 on the capacitor C4 is equal to C4 V4. C4 is already known, 100 microfarad, 10 raised to minus 6, 100 into 10 raised to minus 6 into V4. V4 is 100 volt. So thus it becomes 10 to the power of minus, 10 to the power of minus, you can look at this, this is in, yes, microfarad. So it becomes 10 to the power of minus 2, 10 to the power of minus 2 coulombs, 10 to the power of minus 2 coulombs. Right? Since I have taken microfarad, so 10 to the power of minus 6 plus 10 to the power of plus 4 becomes 10 to the power of minus 2 coulomb, right? That is the charge on C4. Now the entire charge on this is also 10 to the power of minus 2 coulomb. So if you take charge on this entire block as Q dash is also equal to 10 raised to minus 2 coulomb. So now we will solve for this block. So entire charge here is 10 to the power of minus 2 coulomb. So what will be the charge on each capacitor and what will be the potential on each capacitor? Now we will calculate first the charge on a capacitor C1. You see, now we know the potential difference across this branch is 200 volts. Already we have calculated. When the potential difference across this entire branch is 200 volt, the same potential difference will be also there across C1 alone, because C1 is in parallel with this branch. So I will write potential difference across capacitor C1 is equal to V dash itself. V dash itself is 200 volt. Now once we get the potential difference, that is 200 volt, now what is the charge on C1? Therefore, charge Q1 on C1, charge Q1 on C1 is equal to Q1 is equal to C1 V dash, C1 V dash, C1 V dash. Just substitute what is C1. C1 is 100 microfarad, 100 into 10 raised to minus 6 into V dash. V dash is 200. V dash is 200. Okay. Now this becomes 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2. Thus Q1 becomes equal to 2 into 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 to the power of minus 2 coulomb. So this is the charge on the capacitor of capacitance 100 microfarad. Now we will calculate what is the charge on C2 and C3. Now you see C2 and C3 are in series, so charge on each will be same. Okay. Now we know that potential difference across C2 and C3 connected in series is 200 volt. So we will calculate what is the charge. Yes. Now C2 and C3 are in series. Each of values same, 200 microfarad and 200 microfarad. So potential difference across C2 3, potential difference across C2 3, that is combination, series combination C2 3 is calculated already 200 volt. So from the symmetry you can say the potential difference across C2 and C3 will be 100 each, because this is also having 200 microfarad same as this one. So from the symmetry this 200 volt will be equally divided. So C2 will have same 100 volt potential difference and C3 will have 100 volt potential difference. That can be even calculated. So charge Q2 on C2, charge Q2 on C2 is same as charge Q3, charge Q3 on C3. What is charge Q2? C2 V2, C2 V2. This is equal to C3 V3, C3 V3. So we know what is C2 and C3, just substitute. So 100, yes, C2 is 200 microfarad, 200 microfarad into V2 equal to 200 microfarad into V3. Therefore, this implies that V2 must be equal to V3. So V1 plus V2 is equal to 200 and V1 is equal to V2. V1 is equal to V2. Therefore, this implies V1 equal to V2 equal to 100 volt each. 100 volt each. So when you get V1 equal to V2 equal to 100 volt, now you can very easily calculate the charge Q2. Therefore, charge Q2 is equal to C2 V2. C2 V2. C2 is 200 microfarad, 10 to the power of minus 6 into V2. V2 is 100. So thus it becomes 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2 coulombs. So same will be the charge on this one, 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2 coulomb on C3 also. So this is also same as charge on Q3. This is, I think I have taken V2 plus V3. It should be taken as V3 plus V2. V3 plus V2 is equal to 200. Therefore, V3 is equal to V2. V3 is equal to V2. So this is V3. So don't get confused. V3 equal to V2. Therefore, charge Q3 is equal to Q2. This is how we could solve it. Another way to look at it, we have already calculated what is C23. C23, you see, C23 is 400 into 200 into 200. C23, if you remember, we got it as C23, since they are in series. So 200 into 200 by 400. So 0, 0 cancels. So 4, 4 cancels. So you are left with 100 microfarad. So C23 is having the equivalent capacitance 100 microfarad. So you can calculate what is the charge, total charge on this. The potential difference V dash is 200 volt. So that's how we can verify. So Q dash is equal to C23 into V dash. C23 you can see, C23 is 100 microfarad, 100 into 10 raised to minus 6, and V dash is 200. So we are getting the same result again, 100. So it becomes 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2 coulomb. So this is how one can verify the result. So please remember, when the capacitors are connected in series, the charge on each capacitor remains same. Okay. So this is very important numerical problem. So if you solve this, practice it once or twice, then you can be able to solve any kind of numerical problem. Thank you. Have a nice day. I would like to tell you, in the textbook, he has taken these capacitance values as picofarad, but by mistake I have taken it as microfarad. Anyhow, whether it is picofarad or microfarad, when you are substituting the values, if it is microfarad, it is 10 to the power of minus 6. If it is picofarad, then it is 10 to the power of minus 12. If it is nanofarad, then it is 10 to the power of minus 9. So by error I have taken microfarad, but the procedure which I have followed is correct. So please solve it. If you have any doubts, please ask me in the group, and you know my number. Please ask me and ring up. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.